Hello, I am Karin Bosveld. I'm a life and work coach and Zen and mindfulness teacher. And I help beautiful, talented, sensitive professional women to overcome their self doubt, their fears, their limiting beliefs, and all the unnecessary drama following from that, and move into that space of self esteem, self confidence, love, and wisdom so that they can start living from that inner source. Now, how do I do that? Because this sounds maybe beautiful, maybe very big, but how can that be achieved? And I'm going to spend a few minutes explaining that to you. For me, that process is a spiritual journey. Spiritual being whatever it means to you. But the way I see it is that all the drama stems from our fear-based, very limited ego mind. And we tend to not notice how often we are completely identified with that smallness. And that prevents us from living from that vast wisdom of our beautiful souls. One of my big mottos is let your soul be your pilot. This is actually a song by Sting. I love it and I think it's a great motto to have. But very often we do not know how to let our souls be our pilot. But I know from experience that life gets much easier and much more joyful and much more real, much more aligned when that is the case, when the soul is the pilot. Now, I have a process that helps you get from that small place to that big place and helps you live from that wisdom and share it freely and make all your life's choices from that place. The three pillars of my work are awareness, compassion, and wisdom. And it all starts with awareness. You cannot change what you're not aware of. So we'll always start out with getting to know the mind, seeing how it works, seeing how it keeps us stuck, seeing how it's feeding us fear-based stories, and making us believe in our limiting beliefs. The second pillar, the compassion pillar, really consists of 3 steps, being acceptance, compassion, and healing. And this part of the process is all about creating a safe learning environment. Many of us have not created a safe learning environment for ourselves. If we want to grow, if we want to change something in our lives, the best environment to do that in is a loving, accepting, understanding environment. Now, which one of you does not have a terrible dictator inside their heads that's constantly criticizing them? We all know the inner critic, and the trouble is that this is one of the main things that prevents us from creating change in our lives, because the fear gets fed all the time. We're beating ourselves up and we cannot or do not even want to change. We are sabotaging our own change because of that. So, compassion, acceptance, and healing to create a safe learning environment. Self-love is the main ingredient of self-growth. And third pillar, of course, is all about that growth into wisdom. And again, love being a very important ingredient. So this is a very brief outline of how I take you through that process, from having a fear-driven life into living a soulful life. And that is all about living your full potential and feeling that you are truly aligned with who you are and what you're doing, what you're choosing and what you're not choosing. And that just changes life so drastically. And how do I know that? Well, I am living proof of that. I have come such a long way. I was completely caught up in that fear, and it doesn't always show up as fear on the outside, but inside. I was a very frightened and anxious person. I'm not saying I'm never frightened and anxious anymore, of course not, but I've got tools that help me deal with that help me balance that out and help me get back to that quiet, wise, conscious place. Now, if you feel that this could maybe work for you too, that if this in any way resonates for you, then don't hesitate to get in touch with me. I'm posting the link to my online calendar with this video, and you can just hop on a free call with me, and we'll use that time to find out what could be your next step from here. What would you need most right now? That could be talking to me, but it needn't be. But we'll figure out what it is. So feel welcome and have a wonderful day. Bye.